We're here at Electronica 2012 at the Arrow booth with Joep van Loon, president of Flexion Group, an Arrow company. Joep, we're going to talk a little bit about, I'm an engineer, I have a product, it's end of life. Now you have a new program for end of life insuring supplies. Tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you, Alex. Let's say our core business is, let's say, the end-of-life disposition of materials. And normally the end of life is the beginning of a new one. That's what we say. So it's either for reuse, so actually for a second life as a whole a piece or a whole asset, or what we can do is component harvesting, so the components for resale, remarketing of the refurbished components. And the third phase, let's say what Arrow Value Recovery is doing, but it's really disposition, is do proper end-of-life pre-processing. So we hand over those materials, those waste streams or material streams to final disposition partners.
Now this is a business, we're going to have recycling. How big a business, how fast a growth rate are we going to see?
Current business with the group where we are now part of is $250 million revenue, but we should be reaching in 2015, 2016 almost $1 billion. And for us, let's say, giving a new meaning life, a new meaningful life to a previous owned asset is the core business. And we own the processes. Arrow owns the processes to proper do data deletion, to proper testing, proper refurbing, and Arrow knows the market now in where those assets in a second life should show up.
Will the parts now go back to the tier ones, or is this going to create a whole another tier of the business where you have companies making use of what are in effect cheaper components?
The only difference is it's not remanufactured, it's not new,
right.
It is a used part, and the whole electronic industry needs to learn from, for example, the automotive industry, where that's already a big integrated part of the whole design phase and the first use phase. What's
your feel of where things are headed as for this business? Do you feel things might be getting better in 2013 and that this will play into it?
Well, there are certain technical trends that actually help us, but let's say our growth scenarios are based also on the fact that a lot of the products are consumables and people still are not aware about the fact that there's value in it. There's risk in it, so we do see by a volume increase and a demand that this business will definitely have a good year to come.
Well, thank you, Joep van Loon, president of Flexion Group, and have a great show here at Electronica 2012.
Thank you, Alex.